Matter of fact, fire it up. Screw it.
Oh,
Fire it up.
hell. Hank! Get the tank! I tell you what.
Give me this camera. The WNBA is being absolutely stupid right now. You are not taking steps to protect the biggest star you've had in your league in decades. And yes, I'm talking about 6-foot shooting guard Caitlin Clark, who has brought you more viewers, who has brought you more money, and yet you still waste it. And Commissioner Kathy Engelbert is not doing a thing about it, except backing everybody else that shouldn't be backed up. You finally have the golden goose to save your league, and you're not protecting her. I find that to be a huge problem. Now, I will also say that I love women's basketball, and I have since 1982. Should there other players be showcased? Abso-damn-lutely. These women can play ball, and the ones that can prove that they play ball need to be showcased. And one that can prove she can play is number 22, Caitlin Clark. And yet, everything that happens to Caitlin Clark, whether she gets knocked down, bowled over, punched, rammed into, Kennedy Carter, hello, and you, Catherine Engelbert, say nothing. You need to be fired right now. The WNBA, as I heard on many YouTube podcasts, and I echo this statement, even though they're the ones that said it first. I didn't want to admit it at first, but I will admit this aloud. The WNBA has a physicality problem. Matter of fact, I'll go one step further. The WNBA has a headhunting problem, and it's had a headhunting problem since Caitlin Clark entered the league. Because she's garnering all this attention. She's bringing you a hell of a lot of viewers. She's bringing you a hell of a lot of sponsors. And yet all you want to do is to take her out. Why? Why are you fumbling the bag that you so desperately wanted for 29 years? I get the fact that you've had Rebecca Lobo and Teresa Witherspoon and Cynthia Cooper and the Houston Comets were the first big dynasty, but you weren't getting any eyes, even with the Houston Comets winning 4 consecutive titles. You needed that one big star that will push your league over the top and market it to casual fans that want to see her. You have her now in Caitlin Clark, and yet you're doing everything you can to take her out. Now, what has happened the last 3 games that Caitlin Clark has been out? And she's going to be out tomorrow night against Chicago in Chicago. Caitlin Clark is the reason that most of the teams have been moving their games to bigger arenas. State Farm Arena in Atlanta, American Airlines Center in Dallas, United Center in Chicago. You may as well not go. I'm starting to understand now. I am starting to understand. And I'm going to say this aloud. It should be all about Caitlin Clark because the girl can play basketball and play it well. Why are you as a league so scared of Caitlin Clark? More to the point, why are you as a league so jealous of Caitlin Clark? That has been true since she entered the league, with everyone trying to hurt her in every way possible. I heard a podcaster, her name escapes me right now. I cannot come up with a name right now. I will shout you out later, who asked a very poignant question. She made a comparison. NBA stars talk about their welcome moment to the league when they got a chance to face their idol, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan. Why do WNBA stars talk about getting smacked in the ear or having their eardrum blown out as their welcome moment to the WNBA? Caitlin Clark talked about it on a screen from Jonquel Jones. What's the problem here? You have teams that are doing dynamite right now. New York Liberty being one, Minnesota Lynx being another. It seems like those two are going to bump heads for a world championship yet again. Nafisa Collier, MVP candidate, big time MVP candidate. All right, I get that. Asia Wilson, same thing. I am not, will not ever discredit them, ever. But let's be fair. Caitlin Clark is saving the league, and you, Kathy Engelberg, won't do a damn thing about it to make sure she's protected. Matter of fact, you won't do a damn thing about it to protect your best players. Some I've already mentioned: Nafisa Collier, Asia Wilson, right? Your two big MVP candidates, Jonquel Jones being another. Really? You're going to sit there and let all this happen? You're going to sit there and let all this happen to a player that has had such an influence on your league in just a year plus? You obviously, Kathy Engelbert, want to see your league fail. You obviously, Kathy Engelbert, want to see your league go belly up, down under. You have one of the purest of the pure in your league right now, happy to be there. Not saying she's not the only one that's happy to be there. I know all of them are. They're excited to play professional basketball at home. Let me say that again. They're excited to play professional basketball at home and not go overseas. And you're not taking advantage by rewarding these players the money that they deserve. Big problem here, Kathy Engelbert. You can lock into the resources to do something about it, and yet you choose not to, especially since Caitlin Clark showed up and has shown out. I have a problem with that. Yes, this is about Caitlin Clark, but this is also about the fact that you are ruining your league by allowing this physicality to happen. You're allowing your league to be ruined by allowing the one player that can save your league in terms of eyes and in terms of money and in terms of marketing to be punished for just being a basketball player. And forgive my next sentence with the vulgarity included, that Kathy Engelbert is fucking stupid. You're being fucking stupid by allowing your star of the league, the face of the league, to get crushed purposely. You're backing Angel Reese and you're backing Brittany Griner and others, and yet you won't back Caitlin Clark, because every time Caitlin Clark has had a physical incident happen to her, you, Kathy Engelbert, said nothing. And with you saying nothing, Kathy Engelbert, I find you to be just as complicit to all this going on. And until you decide to grow a set and address it, which you have not done, and I don't think you will ever do, Caitlin Clark is going to walk away and you'll never get her back. You better do something about it fast, or that pending lockout that's coming is going to be extended. Now get the hell out of my face. I'm pissed.
Damn.
I'm pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't say I blame you. It's ridiculous.
It's a league I've been watching for 29 years. You've had stars in the league before. Maya Moore, Cynthia Cooper, as I said, Rebecca Lobo, Lisa Leslie. Jody and I talked about it. It all comes down to marketing. It all comes down to marketing. And Dietz just said it. When the commissioner says nothing, it says everything. Riddle me this, Batman. How many times has Caitlin Clark gotten roughed up and the commissioner said nothing? And yes, I'm banging on this table right now because I am pissed off.
I lost track.
I did too. She didn't even get this much punishment in college basketball.
No. Definitely didn't see it in the NCAA tournaments.
No. If they play great defense against her, they play great defense against her. That's all. That's it, and that's all. Why can't it be the same here? The WNBA is in serious trouble. And in a year's time, unless something changes very drastically, they're going to lose the one person that could save them.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I never thought I would see such a thing.
No, I mean
This is
that's the
from
problem.
this is from a guy that's covered competitive women's basketball since 1996. Matter of fact, fire it up again.
All right.
There are two things, and I will use a sentence my buddy BGS has said since we started talking about Caitlin Clark coming in the WNBA. There are two things the WNBA loves to sell more than its basketball: drama and clothes. Those are the two only things that's kept them afloat. Now with Caitlin Clark in the league and everybody wanting to take her out, you got more drama than ever, which brings you more eyes, which takes the focus off of basketball play. Everybody wanted to back Angel Reese. Why? Angel Reese cannot play basketball correctly. And until she proves me otherwise, even though she's having a couple of good games, until she proves me otherwise, I will not back Angel Reese. I've had people come to me telling me, you need to back her right now. No, I don't. I back the people that actually can play basketball. And Caitlin Clark can actually play basketball and wants to get better. And let me borrow this from Chris Dietz, and this is so true. The NBA pushes their stars to the forefront. These are our guys. The WNBA does the opposite. They finally got their big megastar for the first time in a while, and they're burying her under a sea of dirt. There has been no controversy with Caitlin Clark. Does she yell at officials? Of course. She's a basketball player.
Everyone does
And
that.
when she feels there's injustice to either her or her team, her or her team, she's going to say something about it. That's just how competitive Caitlin Clark is. I think that's what the WNBA has missed for a long time, a player that can come in, take over, bring eyes, and bring competition. And the WNBA wants to bury it. And that pisses me off more than anything else because, as I said, you're talking to a person that has loved, covered, and been around women's college basketball since 1982. 1982. Caitlin Clark shoots about 50% from the field. Angel Reese is shooting 31% from the field. Thank you, Dees. Thank you, Deets. And doesn't even take advantage of the fact that she's a lefty and does nothing to improve her game. Nafisa Collier used Unrivaled to improve her game. Look at her now, MVP candidate. Caitlin Clark didn't participate in Unrivaled. She wanted to rest. She wanted to get her legs under her. And speaking of a physicality problem, I mentioned this earlier in my first roasting. J.C. Sheldon took out two Indiana players recently. Sophie Cunningham with an ankle injury and Sydney Colson with a leg injury. Colson played on Tuesday. Sophie Cunningham was out. The Fever were able to get the win. Kathy Engelbert, if you know why people are there, which is to see Caitlin Clark play, and she's out with an injury, don't you think it should scare you a little bit about how the sales are going down? I know I'm all over the place, but I want to focus on this. Caitlin Clark is saving the league, and the fact that she's out and you say nothing about it says a lot about you. From a fellow who's covered the sport since 1982 and officially started covering it in 1995. You should be ashamed of yourself, Kathy Engelbert, that you are allowing, let's just call it honestly, you are allowing your star of stars to get pummeled and you say nothing. I go back to a Saturday game with the New York Liberty and the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark got fouled on that last play and nothing was called, nor was any discipline given out. The player I speak of who committed said foul, Natasha Cloud. First game of the season, you want to give Caitlin Clark a flagrant foul because of a common foul on Angel Reese? That to me says a lot about how you're thinking. And you don't do anything to reverse it because it was not a flagrant foul. It was a common foul. The WNBA is in serious trouble. Serious trouble. And they're not only going to lose money, they're going to lose players. They're going to lose contracts. And unless they do something to fix this bargaining problem that they have, this collective bargaining agreement, they're going to lose more than one season. And that's going to make Caitlin Clark walk away faster, not slower. Get out of here.
Whew.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And thank you, Deeds, for the direction.
Whew. Man, where the hell do we go from here?
A break. Then we'll figure it out when you all get back.
Back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I become a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We're going to close at the top of the hour, but I got one more.
Oh, good thing we got the bobtail hooked up out front.
Yeah. You know, I've spoken earlier about the league owing Caitlin Clark an apology. Some of the players owe Caitlin Clark an apology. The commissioner definitely owes Caitlin Clark an apology. But you know who else does? A lot of the media.
I was going to say, I think the pundits are on that list.
And a lot of podcasters that I've watched over the past year, prop up Angel Reese, prop up Brittany Griner, prop up everybody else, especially after Kennedy Carter ran Caitlin Clark over in a nationally televised game, and they propped up Kennedy Carter. Really? You want to be known for that? Stupid.
I almost hate to say it, but look at a lot of those names in common that have gone against Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing they have in common? The one card we really hate to bring up, but
race.
It seems like it's evident.
It's a race thing.
Yeah, it seems like it's evident. I mean, I hate to say it.
And Kathy Engelbert's doing nothing about it. The media wants to make it a race thing instead of it being about what they both have in common, which is basketball.
Yeah.
That's the stupidest thing you can do to divide a fan base, divide a nation. But apparently, things being about race sells, and that's stupid.
Manufactured drama, man.
Yeah, BGS says it all the time. It's manufactured drama, and they're living on it. They're getting fat off of it.
If we want a drama, man, tune into CBS at 12:30s. Come on.
And they're not going to issue an apology. Deed said this, and I'll give him his due. Deed said that Caitlin Clark is owed an apology from everybody, and she's never going to get it. She's never going to see, even when he says that she's owed an apology, she's never going to get it, ever. When I said, and many others said, that the WNBA is in trouble, I mean every bit of that. I mean every bit of that, because they are being totally unfair to Caitlin Clark. And before all of these people decide to come after me saying Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark, do me a favor and stop the cap.
Oh, wait a minute. Try that again.
Before all these people come after me saying I should prop up Angel Reese just because, do me a favor, will you please?
Stop the cap.
Because she doesn't deserve it. And I say that as a basketball judgment, not as a race judgment, Not as a judgment against women's basketball, but against Angel Reese, period, because she cannot play basketball correctly. I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. And until I see differently, and I've had players prove me wrong on both sides, I welcome it. All right. Droid already said earlier that if the Panthers win, I got to look in this camera and apologize to all of South Florida. I'm doing that already. Okay. Stop the cap, will you please? Caitlin Clark is one hell of a basketball player, and the media, the league, and the players within are doing nothing to support her. In fact, they're doing the opposite. They're burying her in the dirt. And that is the latest and greatest, biggest problem with the WNBA. The media is in on it. The players are in on it. The league is in on it. Strike three, you're out. And you're going to be out of some very pissed off fans of women's basketball if you don't do something about it quick. And it starts with Kathy Engelbert up top. It starts with the media. And it also needs to happen with the players. The media hates the fact, thank you, Deets, that Caitlin Clark is a great basketball player who is getting better. Matter of fact, I'll go one step further. Caitlin Clark is the girl next door living her best life. They actively and they show that they hate her.
Yeah.
The aggressive double teams. It's one thing to aggressively double team your opponent. It's another to cause harm while doing it. And it's another for the referees to look away. I've seen it so many times. The Indiana Fever have a big fat target on their back, even with Caitlin Clark out of the lineup. But once she gets back in the lineup, that target's going to be about the size of Lucas Oil Stadium. Period. And until y'all do something about it, the league and its fans are going to suffer. And I'll borrow from Chris Dietz to close this one out. When casual pundits, when casual podcasters are discussing this subject with the fervor that we are, dear WNBA, y'all got some issues and you need to solve them.
Some big ones.
Now get off your lazy asses and do something about it. Get out of here. We go to Fresno for a great question from our girl Latina and Callie. Do you think it's part of the show to create drama like a soap opera, the way the WWE kind of make a storyline since Caitlin Clark has entered the league?
Yep. And the unfortunate thing is they got a commissioner that's running around like Vince McMahon, not in touch with times.
And the commissioner won't do anything about it. Not a thing. I called the commissioner out last year. It's
ridiculous.
She still won't do anything.
Dietz says it's not WWE style. WWE knows how to pay
off the heel turn. Yep. You want to talk? Angel Reese says all the time that she's the ultimate villain. No, you're not. Caitlin Clark is, because she's simply better than you.
And the thing is, Caitlin doesn't even wear the black hat. The black hat's been thrust upon her.
Mm-hmm.
By every single person in the league, everyone in the media.
Yep.
The whole 9 yards. And it's unfortunate.
From Wicked Fire. Sorry, couldn't help the joke. It's right there.
Yeah.
But the stupid, it's stupid, and it continues to happen.
It does. Okay?
It's stupid, and it continues to happen. And until they do something about it, they're going to lose fans very quickly. And I wouldn't be surprised if it begins this Saturday in a game that I'm going to call. I'm going to stay faithful to the fans that tune in. I'm going to call this game. I'm going to call all 44 games like I have planned to do. I'm going to call them all. But the casual fans that you drew in droves last year are walking away.
And that needs to change, because if they keep walking away, they're going to start taking more and more with them to the exits.
You know what they're going to take with them? Not just the shirts, not just the screams and hollers, not just the support. The most important thing those fans are going to take with them? The money.
I mean, we all know how big an effect it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's already gone down this year.
And it's going to go down even further.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. We'll see you tomorrow for the Fever and the Sky from Chicago. So long, everybody. Mr. Deeds, don't you ever apologize. You didn't derail the show. You just lifted it, man, with a subject that a lot of people will never have the nerve to talk about out loud. We will.
And let's put it this way. WNBA is going to end up like the kid's sister. It don't need that look.
Nope.
We'll see y'all Monday.